I've been dead for 3 years, 2 months, and 14 days. The Ravens Peak Ranger Station killed me, but not in any way you'd expect. I was so excited when I got the job, my first real position after forestry school, stationed in one of the most beautiful sections of the Cascade Mountains. They said I'd be alone most of the time. Perfect, I thought. Solitude was what I wanted after Emily left. The station was more isolated than I expected. A small wooden structure perched on the mountainside, surrounded by ancient pines that whispered in the wind. My supervisor, Gary, gave me a quick tour before heading back to headquarters. Check in every morning on the radio, Ben. No exceptions. He hesitated at the door. One more thing. If you get any strange calls on the landline, log them and notify me immediately. I laughed. Strange calls? Like what? Bears ordering pizza? Gary didn't smile. Just log them. And whatever you do, don't try to investigate on your own. I dismissed his warning. What could possibly happen in a ranger station? The first week passed uneventfully. I settled into a comfortable routine of patrol hikes, wildlife observation, and maintenance tasks. The station had spotty cell service, but the old landline phone worked reliably. It rarely rang except for my daily check-ins with headquarters. Until the night of October 17. The phone's shrill ring jolted me awake at exactly 2:17 a.m. I fumbled for the receiver, expecting an emergency from headquarters. Ravens Peak Station, Ranger Mercer speaking. Nothing but static responded. Then a voice so distorted I could barely make out the words. Help me. I'm lost. Coordinates. Clearing. The voice faded in and out, punctuated by bursts of static. Where are you? Can you describe your location? I grabbed my notepad, suddenly alert. The clearing. Old fire tower. Hurry. Then the line went dead. I immediately called headquarters but couldn't get through. The storm must have knocked out the connection. Protocol said to wait until morning, but someone could be in serious trouble. Hypothermia sets in quickly in these mountains. I knew the clearing they mentioned, about 2 miles northeast of the station, site of an old fire lookout tower that had been decommissioned years ago. I grabbed my emergency pack, flashlight, and radio before heading out into the storm. The rain had turned to sleet, stinging my face as I hiked up the trail. The beam of my flashlight carved a narrow path through the darkness. I reached the clearing at 3:26 a.m. The old fire tower stood like a skeleton against the night sky, its weathered frame creaking in the wind. Hello? Forest Service? Is anyone here? My voice was swallowed by the vastness of the forest. No response. I searched the entire clearing in the base of the tower. No footprints, no signs of anyone having been there recently. As I turned to leave, my radio crackled to life. Help, clearing. It's following, then nothing but static. The voice sounded closer now, as if they were nearby. I spun around, scanning the tree line. Where are you? I'm here to help. Only the wind answered, whistling through the tower's empty frame. I climbed the tower, thinking perhaps they had sought shelter higher up. The metal stairs were slick with ice, threatening to send me plummeting with each step. The lookout platform was empty. As I stood there catching my breath, I noticed something strange, a landline phone mounted on the wall. That was impossible. This tower had been abandoned for years. There shouldn't be a working phone. Yet, there it was, an old black rotary model, its cord snaking into the wall. And it was ringing. I hesitated, remembering Gary's warning, but curiosity overwhelmed caution. I picked up the receiver. Hello? Ben. Help me. I'm trapped. The voice was clearer now, and chillingly familiar. It was my own voice. I dropped the phone like it had burned me. This was impossible. The receiver dangled from its cord, my voice still audible, pleading for help. I ran down the tower stairs, slipping on the icy metal, but somehow making it to the ground without falling. The forest seemed different as I hurried back toward the station. Darker, the trees closer together, the path narrower than I remembered. I reached the station at 4:43 a.m. and immediately tried calling headquarters. The line was dead. I checked my watch. 2:16 a.m. That couldn't be right. I'd left the station after 2:17, and I'd been gone for hours. The phone rang, startling me so badly I knocked over my coffee mug. 2:17 a.m. I stared at the phone, my hand hovering over the receiver. It continued ringing, demanding to be answered. I picked it up. Raven's Peak Station, Ranger Mercer speaking. Help me. I'm lost. Coordinates. Clearing. The same distorted voice from before. I slammed the phone down, my heart racing. This couldn't be happening. I grabbed my jacket and ran outside, needing fresh air to clear my head. The night was calm now, no sign of the earlier storm. Stars glittered overhead in a clear sky. I checked my watch again. 4:58 a.m. I went back inside and checked the station's clock. 2:16 a.m. The phone started ringing again. I let it ring, refusing to answer. After what seemed like an eternity, it stopped. I sat at my desk, trying to make sense of what was happening. Had I dreamed the whole thing? The logbook caught my eye. I flipped it open, looking for any mention of strange calls. The previous ranger had made several entries. October 17th, 2:17 a.m. Strange call about someone lost near old fire tower. Investigated, found nothing. October 18th, 2:17 a.m. Another call. Same voice. Same location. Taunton. October 19th, 2:17 a.m. It's my voice on the phone. I'm losing my mind. The entries continued for 2 weeks, growing increasingly frantic, ending with, "If anyone finds this, don't answer the phone. It's a trap." The date of the final entry was exactly 1 year ago. I checked the station records. The previous ranger had disappeared without a trace. Search parties found nothing. I needed to leave. Now. I grabbed my keys and ran for my truck. But when I opened the door, I found myself stepping back into the ranger station. I tried again. And again. Each time I somehow ended up back inside. The phone rang. 2:17 a.m. I ignored it. It rang again the next night. And the next. Always at 2:17 a.m. I refused to answer, but each day became identical. The same tasks, the same weather, the same visitors asking the same questions. After a week, I broke. I had to know what was happening. I answered the phone. "What do you want from me? Help me. I'm trapped." The clearing. My voice, desperate and afraid. "Who are you really?" I demanded. "I'm you, Ben. I'm you from the future. You have to break the loop." "What loop? What are you talking about?" "The clearing. The tower. You have to destroy the phone. It's the only way out." The line went dead. I didn't wait until morning. I grabbed my axe and flashlight and headed for the clearing. The tower looked different in the moonlight. Taller, more solid than I remembered. I climbed the stairs, determined to end whatever this was. The phone was there, waiting. As I raised the axe to destroy it, it rang. I shouldn't have answered. I know that now. "Don't do it, Ben. It's a trick. My voice again, but different somehow. If you destroy the phone, you'll be trapped forever. I hesitated, the axe still raised. Who are you, really? I'm trying to save you. Leave the tower now. Go back to the station and wait for morning. Then drive away and never come back. I lowered the axe, uncertainty clouding my resolve. That's when I noticed the small recorder tape beneath the phone, playing a loop of my own voice. Rage filled me. Someone was playing an elaborate prank. I smashed the phone with my axe, shattering it into pieces. The moment I did, the tower began to shake. The stairs collapsed beneath me as I tried to escape. I fell, tumbling through darkness, expecting to hit the ground. Instead, I landed at my desk in the ranger station. The clock read 2:16 a.m. The phone started ringing. I've been trapped in this loop for what feels like eternity, dying in different ways each time I try to escape. Sometimes I fall from the tower. Sometimes I freeze in the forest. Sometimes I simply disappear between one moment and the next. But I always wake up back at the station at 2:16 a.m., waiting for the phone to ring. I've learned the truth now. There is no escape. The voice isn't some external entity. It's me. It's always been me. I am both prisoner and jailer, trapped in a loop of my own making. The Ravens Peak Ranger Station doesn't exist anymore. It burned down 30 years ago, with a ranger named Benjamin Mercer inside. They say his last call to headquarters was at 2:17 a.m., desperately reporting that he was trapped. My consciousness has been replaying that final night, seeking an escape that doesn't exist. So if you're ever hiking in the Cascades and your phone rings at 2:17 a.m., don't answer. It's just me, still trying to escape the loop, still hoping someone might save me. But there's no salvation here. Only the endless ringing of a phone that died with me long ago.